Welcome to another of Motorboat and Yachting's 10-minute tours. Behind me here is a boat that I have never seen before. This is the SACS Rebel 50. Now, SACS are best known for their high-performance ribs. They're an Italian rib manufacturer principally, and you can see a few of them here behind the Rebel. But this is more of a cruising boat, and rather than inflatable tubes, it has foam rubber fenders. But it is also an exceptionally cool looking boat. Now, this particular example here, kitted up as she is 2.1 million euros worth of boat. It is a pretty awesome machine, and we are going to see every last corner of it and show you exactly where that money goes. My name is Hugo Andreae. You're watching Motorboat and Yachting. Let's go tour it. Let's start the tour on the outside because I wanted to show you this rubber fendering. So rather than inflatable tubes, it has foam-filled fenders that mean it doesn't take up nearly so much space, but it still gives some impact protection. Although, to be honest, on a boat this expensive, I would be using fenders too, especially one with a custom paint finish like this. Absolutely immaculately faired and finished. You're not going to be wanting to risk scratching that. Big teak hydraulic platform at the stern, and you can see those steps gradually go down with the platform to create a lovely, elegant staircase. Tender garage under this sunbed. You can get a 2.5 metre tender under there. There is access through the top there as well if you want to, but that all lifts up on electronic struts. Now, whilst we're here, check out, here's just one of the 14 different speakers throughout this boat, along with 3 subwoofers. It is basically a floating mobile discotheque. Big bench seating here, really nicely protected cockpit. You can have an extra aft bulkhead at the back here if you want to fully enclose that and create a pilot house sort of deck level saloon, but here they've left it open. And one of the other joys of this is that you've got huge drop down windows on either side. So if I can find the controls for this, I might just demonstrate that. Where are we? Okay, there we go. You can see that entire window, the full length of it, and it is absolutely enormous. It looks like about 10 feet long to me. It just glides up and down, so you get all the protection of an enclosed wheelhouse, but then when you want to open it up on a beautiful day, you just drop it electronically and it all opens up. Now, we've also got an electronic table here that rises and lowers on a strut. We've got access to the engine room down below. We've got a quick gyro stabilizer behind the staircase here, and then down into the engine room. And again, you don't often see an engine room in a rib looking like this, but there are those 2 Volvo Penta IPS 950s. You can see the pod installation right the way back there. They haven't got the pods in because this is at a boat show, but very clean, very bright, lots of insulation to keep noise and heat separate from the rest of the boat. Full access to all the electric panels behind me here. Very tidy. Long wet bar down this side. Just have a quick peek under there. Got an induction hob, a sink, lots of fridge space. We've got a fridge over here. We've got an ice maker behind there. Lots of storage. I'm not going to show you it all, but you get the picture. Plenty of storage all the way around the boat. And then up above, we've got louvered sunroof. So rather than a retractable fabric one or a glass hardtop, we've got louvers that just demonstrate very quickly. You can see that they just alter their angle so you can completely close it up and have a secure hardtop when you want to, or open it up to get as much or as little shade as you want. We've also got a high-low television that pops up out of there, 42-inch screen. I'm not going to go the whole way, but again, you get the picture. You can watch that from your seat out in the cockpit here. Let's take a quick look at the helm while we can. Triple screens, all touchscreen access, full information. I love these. These are air vents from Mercedes. Beautifully done. We've got LED lighting inside them. If you're going to borrow an air vent from somewhere, you might as well make it Mercedes. Couple of helm seats. We've got a helm side door there, getting in and out to the walk around decks, and then drop down into the interior. Now, I was blown away when I saw this the first time. It may look like a rib, but it certainly doesn't feel like a rib down here. It's all light oak, very well lit, and there are some quite big hull windows. Now, this is actually the galley. It kind of works in conjunction with that wet bar up in the cockpit, but you have got a second fridge in there. You've got a combination oven, microwave, and a small dishwasher, and lots of extra storage. Clearly you haven't got any work surface up down here, but the idea is you've got all that work surface up in the cockpit right there, but you've just got some of the extra machinery here. And then moving forward into the owner's suite. Now here you get an idea of how beamy this boat is. We've got lots of space around the bed and really big bow hull windows. Very unusual to see that. I know it's not a traditional rib, but it has the kind of rib aesthetic. But it really doesn't feel like that in here. We've got very high quality materials. It's kind of suede effect. I don't know if it is Alcantara, but it certainly looks and feels like it. Very lovely fabrics. Lots of light colours. Really good artificial lighting. We have ensuite access to a bathroom. And check this out. Really high quality bathroom too. I don't know exactly what kind of marble or stone that is, but it's colourful, it's designer, it feels expensive, it looks expensive. Massive mirror, bouncing light around, and a separate shower in here. Not what you think of when you normally get on board a rib. Now this has Jack and Jill access, so there is access back out into this lobby galley area. And then underneath the cockpit, there is another cabin. Now, this is open to the staircase. You can see we've got the stairs right here. So it's not private at the moment, but I believe you can have another bulkhead and separate this off too if you want to. 2 single beds, but there is another little trick here. If I can find the right button, you can see that these 2 beds gradually come together. I'm going to have to stop because I don't want to crush that very beautiful little arrangement between the 2 of them, but you can see they do join up in the middle and create a double bed. I'm just going to whir them out a bit, give me a bit more space to get down in there. Here we go, give you an idea of how much headroom there is down here. Perfectly comfortable to sit down here. You can't stand, obviously. Storage down both sides. Another locker there. Lots of lovely detailing on this. Again, it's that kind of cream suede Alcantara. Very beautifully done. Right, let's pop back out into the cockpit and I will show you around the decks. Why don't we go out through this helm door I mentioned earlier. Very beautifully engineered. It is manual and with massive, great big cantilever hinges. I don't know if you can see those in the film. There we go. But look how solid. It feels absolutely like a bank vault when you open that. We've got a big locking handle. Push it open, slide it back all the way. Feels like it weighs about 100 kilograms at least. And then out onto the walk around side decks. Now these are really good, tall, protective bulwarks. Look at that. That's properly hip height on me. We've got grab rails along the inside of it. There we go, that lovely teak underneath. Little lighting recessed along the walkways. And this is my favourite spot on the entire boat. These kind of swooping curved chaise long. I can't resist just dropping into one of them. Okay, now that is where I could happily spend some time. A little bit of an effort to get out of it when you're my age, but there you go. Look at that, that is pretty cool. Cup holders either side, big sun pads up above it. You've got 3 separate sun pads. And check out some of the detailing here. There's more of these speakers, but look at that beautiful stainless steel fair lead and cleat on a separate mounting. For a company that is mainly known for building ribs, they have done a very decent cruiser. Now we've got tubes there, the supports for the canopy. You can have Bimini style canopy providing some shade over these sunbeds if you want. And then back down the port side, and here it gets even deeper. There's a little step here. So if you look at my position here, you can see just how tall those are. It feels really safe and secure. And although that fendering doesn't give you quite the same buoyancy as a rib, they do actually impact on the waterline, so they will provide extra buoyancy as well, helping to give that feel and seakeeping of a traditional rib. So there you go. That is the new SACS Rebel 50, a very different looking machine. It's got the aesthetic and the seakeeping and the kind of go anywhere appeal of a rib, but with the high-end fit and finish of a luxury cruiser. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing something a little bit different. That has been a real eye-opener for me. Do let me know what you make of it in the comments, and thank you very much for watching.